Welcome back, fellow Guardians. Today I have a special vid about the best update in Destiny yet. Let's jump right into what changed, and after I'll show you guys some footage from before and after the buff, so you can see the difference if it's significant enough. Either way, let's start off by saying you will never ever have to farm again, so thank God for that. From now on you can just buy materials from the Crucible and Vanguard handler for 10 marks, and you'll get 20 materials for it every time. Also, something changed about leveling the weapons up. The legendaries stay the same, but exotics don't need any more ascendant materials. From now on, you only need the planet material, and for the last upgrade, you need an exotic shard. These shards can be obtained by dismantling exotic gear or by buying it from Xur for 7 strange coins. So now for the fun part. First of all, we have Thorn. This weapon previously had a 6 ammo mag and a really slow reload speed, but I think it was general consensus in the community that this weapon needed to get better, because the exotic bounty behind it isn't that easy, and compared to the rest of the hand cannons it was nothing. Now, it has an increased mag and reload speeds, but not only that. You also have better stability and handling, and to top it off, the damage over time now highlights enemies briefly and it does more damage in PvE. I love it now and will be using it a lot more, if not regularly, because as you guys know, I really like hand cannons. Then we have the Bad Juju. This previously only had a 15 ammo mag and honestly was not suitable for anything other than killing minions. Now it straight up destroys minions with a 24 ammo mag, and it became viable for boss fights and PvP. Also, the special perk will allow you to decrease the cooldown of your special too, so that's all really good changes. I'm so used to not using it anymore that I will have to get used to it again, because now it really packs a punch. Then we have the auto rifles that don't differ very much to their previous version, so I'll just sum up the upgrades. The Hardlight has better stability, and you will feel a difference for sure if you shot it before the patch. The Suros has a lower total damage, and the damage boost at the end of the mag is now comparable to the glass half full perk you find on legendaries. So that means no changes for PvP, I think. I'll have to check it out, but it feels the same in PvE in my opinion. It sounds nice though. And finally we have the Monte Carlo that got increased stability. A little less range, but the special perk now has a chance to fully charge your melee ability on a kill. And while this doesn't sound that great above, I really felt a difference. It was like there was more of a kick to the weapon, but with better stability. I'm impatient to get it into the Crucible, to be honest. Then for the Meta multi-tool, it's not worth showing how it previously was, because you just have increased knockback against enemies, both in PvE and PvP. And I hope it works good in PvP, because too many legendary scout rifles outshine it in my opinion. And then we have the Hawkmoon and the Icebreaker, that had redundant send-it upgrades for range. That means they weren't doing anything, since the Hawkmoon and Icebreaker have full range stats. So for the Hawkmoon it became quick reload, and for the Icebreaker it's more agility, so that's a really good thing. Then there are a lot of little buffs, but I'll just sum them up. We have for the Red Death we have lowered burst damage but higher fire rate. For Plan C we get more movement speed, and I don't really get why, because the Plan C is a really good fusion rifle as it was. The Pocket Infinity got extended clip upgrades back to 5, so now at least it's worth something in PvE again. Then we have the Invective that has a normal reload speed compared to the rest of the shotguns now, so it doesn't take forever, but the auto fire rate has decreased, so that's probably going to wreck stuff in PvP if you ask me. Patience and Time lost the snapshot upgrade, and that's a real bummer. It has a lower zoom option now. I'm not too sure what to think of that, to be honest. Then the Truth rocket launcher went up to 3 shells in a tube, so you can fire 3 times now without reloading, and the Super Good Advice has a stability increase. Now for the Super Good Advice I'll do a review by the end of the week, but I shot it for the first time earlier, to be honest, and it wrecked stuff in PvE, so maybe it got better, maybe it's still nothing compared to the rest of the heavy exotics, but either way. Last but not least, we have the Vex Metaclasts, that went up to 323 attack, so now it does a ton of damage in PvE again. The base damage is higher and the enhanced battery is now extended mag, so it's still comparable. As you guys may or may not know, I did like 25 hard mode runs or something and still didn't get it, so I have no footage for it for now, but a comparison will be made in the review that I'm doing by the end of the week. That's it for the weapons. I know this update made me and my Thorn really happy, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. What buffs do you guys disagree with, or what do you guys still think needs to be changed? Anyway, on another quick note, the raid has been fixed, so you can't cheese off the Templar anymore, so that's a good thing in my opinion. That's it for this big ass update. I hope you enjoyed the vid. If so, drop a like, and if you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe for more Destiny content. And as always, Guardians, I'll see you next time.